music teacher and a mental coach at the music school Music for You Maastricht. And today I'm going to share with you some advice in time management. I have so many friends, so many colleagues, so many students, clients that complain that they have problems with getting their life together. So that's why I will do this video. And but first of all, I'm gonna start with one of the reasons why I think it's very important with doing mental training. And one of the reasons is that if you look around yourself in your environment, if you're a musician, you will look around, and for me, I'm example a cellist. So how many cellists is there in the world? A lot of cellists, and that's a great thing, of course. And there is also so many cellists that plays the same pieces for the same auditions, that goes for the same situations in music. And in order to compete with that, I ask you, what is it that makes you win compared to the other ones? What is it? Because everyone has skill, everyone has everything, but what I experience is that people that perform really well is the people who had a really good day. And to have a really good day, it means that you're mentally feeling very good. You feel safe, secure, you're not nervous, you have control over the situation. And to have the control over the situation, you have to mentally train yourself. It's like if you don't mentally train yourself, I would compare it to that you don't go to the gym until you weigh like 200 kilos, and then you realize that, well, I should have gone to the gym maybe. And it's a little bit the same with, that's how people do with mental training. They don't think they need it because they're not depressed or anything, but everyone needs it because everyone needs the mental exercise. It's the same, it's like the brain is a muscle that we need to train, the same as our body. So we have to go to the mental gym. So that's really important. So I hope that you guys do that for your own sake. And it's also very, very fun to know that you can control the situation when you have an important concert, important edition, and so on. But now to today's topic. Okay, so time management. So if I'm gonna ask the question, why your life doesn't come together, why you don't have time for anything, why you feel so stressed all the time, and I'm gonna use an answer that I am inspired by a mental coach called Johannes Hansen in Sweden. And the reason why your life doesn't come together is because it doesn't add together. You have too many things for the amount of time that you have. This as simple as that, and it's really simple for me from the outside to say that because it's so true. People have too many things to do. So how does this happen? How do you get too many things to do? Okay, so it's because you're too ambitious and you want to be good. And it maybe come from like outside force sometimes, like your teacher comes with 5 pieces of music to say you need to play this, and it's a lot and it's difficult, and to be honest, maybe 3 pieces would have been enough for your ability, but you have 5 and you just try to do it because you want to be a good student, you want to be a good performer, so you just keep on doing it, and you are going behind, so you feel a bit bad, like because you're not performing the way you want to. You have very high standard for what you want to achieve, and you don't have the time to actually achieve that because you have 5 pieces instead of 3. And instead of telling your teacher or your employer that you can only do 3 pieces instead of 5, you suffer and get way behind, and you feel bad. And because you feel bad, you start a new project because you want to feel good in something. You want to have a fresh start with something new when you're not behind. So then you start a chamber music group, for example, and then you have more to do even. So you will get more behind in your work, and then you will start maybe an orchestra project because you want to feel good at that as well. So you will be even more behind. And then after, like, you have 5 pieces to one chamber music, one orchestra, and then you start even to continue with something even worse. So you neglect your friends, your family, so they get angry with you, so then you feel bad at home as well. And then you start a new sport, for example, because you want to feel good, at least physically, because it's good to exercise. You want to feel good in something, so you start, and it adds up, and then you have so much things to do that you're like starting to wish that you will hit the wall, that you will get down in stress, and that's really tragic. So at that point, taking a confrontation with the people or yourself for having too much to do compared to your ability, you wish that you were going to the wall because that would be easier. Instead of from the beginning telling your boss or your teacher or whoever it is that you can only do 3 things instead of 5, you have a big problem. So instead of waiting makes the problem just bigger. So do it from the beginning. Say from the beginning, because then it's not a problem. But when you wait so long and you have so much things to do, you are exhausted, then taking that confrontation when you're totally exhausted is too big for you, because then people will really be angry because you let them believe that you could do it, and then in the end you can't do it. And that makes them angry, and that's understandable. So don't go into that corner of bad behavior. So you have to take down your ambition of your projects. Try to get success in what you do instead. Like, have small goals that you already build up, that is reasonable and reachable, so you don't always go around feeling bad about yourself because you're trying to walk over your ability. And then you can add a little bit by little bit, but you don't go into the gym, for example, and like train all your body all the time, all the day. You know, you take a leg day, you take a arm day, stuff like this. Stomach day. Train small parts and reach a small goal all the time. That's how you get a positive development and really find out your limits and say no, instead of misleading people, thinking that you can do it and then saying no in the end. It's really important, because people will get more angry with you if you wait, and you will feel awful, and I don't want that. You don't want that either. Also, another thing is, if you have a stressful week or something, I have a lot of friends, they go and when I ask them how are you, and they are like, yeah, I'm so stressed, I have so much to do, I it's too much for me. And then I meet them, then I see that they go to another person and they also get asked how are you. So like during one day maybe they get asked 20 times how are you, and their answer is I'm super stressed, I cannot get my life together. So that means that every day they tell themselves 20 times that they are super stressed and can't get their life together. And what you tell yourself is what's gonna happen. So if you tell yourself that you are super stressed, you can't get your life together, that's what's gonna happen, because that's what you tell your mind. So in order to change that, maybe you can change your words to yourself. So maybe you can say, I have a lot of things to do now, but it's okay. That's a different approach already there. And it's also like, if you are in an environment where no one can get their life together, you should start thinking about putting yourself with someone who actually can get their life together, because there is so many people who actually have a working everyday life. But it's just this, when you are in an environment when no one gets their life together, it gets normal, and you continue it and you do what everyone else is doing, so it feeds bad behavior. So I recommend you to seek out someone who actually manage what you can't manage. Like, maybe seek up someone who does it better than you, so good that it provokes you, and then you are in the right environment. For example, if you want to start training, don't add up with a friend who also doesn't train, because then you have two people who have the same problem who is going to try to solve it, and that's not the most effective way of solving it. It's better to go to a person who thinks training is super easy and does it every day. For them it's like natural just to go to the gym or run or wherever. So go to team up with a person who is good at what you want to be good at, because then you can actually learn from someone, a master. So that's the tips from today. I hope you got it. It was a lot of information maybe. And don't forget to subscribe on the hair, and I hope that you will have a good week. And if you want me to take up some subjects that you are thinking about, you can comment below, or if you think it's good, you can also comment, and then I will try to do more of what you like. And you're always welcome to our school, Music for You Masters. Have a nice day and see you soon.